Ladies and gentlemen, I want to begin this video by asking a very simple question. Do you think Musalia Mudavadi's move to team up with William Samoei Arap Ruto, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, is going to impact on him positively or negatively? I'm asking that question because we all know that Musalia Mudavadi joined William Samoei Arap Ruto. It was expected that Musalia Mudavadi was either going to stick with President Uhuru Kenyatta or Musalia Mudavadi was going to go alone up to the ballot. But when he called his NDC, William Ruto was the chief guest. But something has been happening in the larger Western Kenya region. After Musalia Mudavadi teamed up with William Ruto, most of his allies decided not to join him. Instead, they've actually decamped from his party. Do you think his move will impact on him positively or negatively? Because Musalia Mudavadi is still young and Musalia Mudavadi is still nursing the ambition of becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya in future. I'm saying this because there's a gentleman called George Khaniri, the senator for Vihiga. That's the least guy or the last person I expected to dump Musalia Mudavadi. But George Khaniri has also dumped Musalia Mudavadi. George Khaniri is not your ordinary member of parliament or senator. He's probably one of the longest serving members of parliament from the larger Western Kenya, if not the entire country. This guy was first elected in 1996. 1996, when he was only 24 years when the father died. So this guy has been in parliament from 1996 up to now. From 1996 up to now, he's been in parliament continuously. So this is one guy you'd expect to work very closely with Musalia Mudavadi. He's the senator for Vihiga. Vihiga County is where Musalia Mudavadi comes from. The governor for Vihiga was actually elected on ODM ticket. So what's really wrong with the Musalia Mudavadi? In this video today, I want us to look at the message we can get from the defection of George Khaniri. George Khaniri is saying he's going to join Azimio movement. But it's not very clear whether he's going to join ODM or not. But I can easily tell that George Khaniri is not going to join ODM because the governor there is already an ODM governor, so he's likely going to defend his seat. And then there is also the presence of Agoi in ANC. Then there is also the presence of the new party, which is causing a storm in that region, the DAP Kenya. So I want to conclude or predict that George Khaniri is going to join Azimio, but through DAP Kenya. But before we get into all these details, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue to thank you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Let us get back to the main issue. And by the way, subscribers, I want to continue to thank you guys for your continued support. Give the video a thumbs up, share this video, and also give me your opinion. What can you say, you as an individual, personally, what can you say about the defection of George Khaniri? What can you say about that defection? Because for me, I never expected Khaniri to leave Musalia Mudavadi. I want to talk about 5 things. That defection of George Khaniri clearly tells you that ANC party has lost ground in Vihiga. I'm not talking of Western. I'm talking of Vihiga County, if not Western Kenya. Or is ANC party is losing ground? Let me tell you, George Khaniri wants to become the governor for Vihiga. The current governor is an ODM governor. Normally what happens is that if you want to run as a governor or a member of parliament, the first thing you do is to consider local politics. You consider local politics because there are several factors. There's clan, there's party, and the main thing is normally the party popularity. For example, if you want to run for the governor of Kisumu County and you are serious about it, the first thing you'll do is to go to ODM. Why? Because joining ODM in Kisumu will give you an advantage. So that's the first thing. So George Khaniri would have gone or would have chosen ANC party as his party of choice if ANC party was popular. But I can say from what I'm seeing is that George Khaniri is not choosing ANC. Why? Because ANC either is not popular or has lost the ground. So Musalia Mudavadi must be very careful. Musalia Mudavadi must go to the ground and start listening to what the ground is saying. Otherwise, he will find himself in a situation he found himself in, was it in 2013, when Akaranga alim Karanga. So that's the first thing. The second thing which I can depict from George Khaniri's defection is that William Samoei Arap Ruto is not the preferred candidate in that region. That's what I'm trying to see. William Ruto is not the preferred candidate in Vihiga. Why would allies of Musalia Mudavadi leave after he joined Ruto? If Ruto was the preferred candidate, or if Ruto was popular, all of them would be scrambling to find space around William Ruto and around Musalia Mudavadi. In Vihiga alone, there are several members of parliament who have actually left ANC party because they are saying that Musalia Mudavadi opted to go for Ruto. Very interesting. Very interesting. And of course, you understand Ruto. Ruto is keen on winning any support. For example, if Mudavadi is going to vote for him, those who are stuck with Mudavadi are going to vote for Ruto. Ruto is okay with that. But what about local politics? Members of parliament, George Khaniri, they are looking at the local politics there. If, for example, without Mudavadi, Ruto was going to get 20% or 10% in Vihiga, and then with Mudavadi, Ruto is going to get 30%. That's good for Ruto. He will get his 30% disappear. What about the members of parliament? What about the MCS? What about gubernatorial candidate or even senators like Khaniri? For them, they'll have to get 50 plus. So for them, they'll have to look at the ground and figure out between Raila and Ruto, who is the most popular. So the truth of the matter is that Ruto is not the preferred candidate in Vihiga. And that's why these people are leaving. Number 3, in my view, I think the other thing which is affecting Musalia Mudavadi is the fact that he joined Ruto, but not as a running mate. And the people are asking themselves, if he's not joining as a running mate, is joining as who? That's the biggest question. The truth of the matter is that Musalia Mudavadi was a potential presidential candidate. Most of his supporters believed that he was going to be on the ballot. If anything, Musalia Mudavadi being on the ballot was going to help him a lot. But Musalia Mudavadi is now not going to be on the ballot. And because he's not going to be on the ballot, they expected Ruto to make Musalia Mudavadi a running mate. Again, Musalia Mudavadi is not going to be a running mate. He's just going to be an ordinary person in Kenya Kwanza Alliance. And because he's not going to be anybody, he's not going to be a running mate, he's not going to be a presidential candidate, these guys are saying, no, Mudavadi, we are not boarding. So that's number 3. Number 4, I think this lack of consultation. Sorry guys, it's almost raining, power has gone off also. Someone was also rushing here. So I was saying number 4, there is lack of consultation. I strongly believe that Musalia Mudavadi never really consulted with the key stakeholders in his party. And I think someone like Khaniri is unhappy with Mudavadi. How can you enter into such kind of an arrangement without consulting one of the longest serving members of parliament in your party? Very few parties have people like Khaniri on their side. That's the honest truth. Very few parties. In ODM, I don't know who has served since 1996. There are very few. What about William Ruto's side? There are very few. So these are people with experience. They've made networks. They understand politics. So at least Khaniri feels that if he would have been consulted, maybe he would have given a different opinion. And I tend to think that the main reason why most of these members of parliament are also running away from Mudavadi is because of lack of consultation. I'm told Mudavadi has a team of his people, and then there's a clique of some old men there. This clique, whether you agree with Musalia Mudavadi or not, when they sit with Mudavadi, they'll trash everything. And that's why Musalia Mudavadi is unable to keep members of parliament. You know, Eli Duwali is a good friend of mine, and that's an Omar. And who was telling me, I think one of them was telling me that initially their original plan actually was not to join UDA. That is Mudama, because they are friends. Owalo, Mudama, and Hassan Omar are friends. They were telling me that their original idea was not to join UDA. They wanted to join Raila Odinga, but through ANC party. So when they expressed their willingness to work with the ANC party, they met severally. But Musalia Mudavadi was not giving them any feedback. They just wanted the three of them, one of them, to be assured of a position within that party, either SG or assistant SG, but one of the influential positions. So every time they discuss with Musalia Mudavadi will go back to his people, then square zero, every time. And that's when they decided that it's not possible. And then they went and joined Ruto. So Musalia Mudavadi is actually suffering from consultation. He doesn't really consult. Number 5, which is my last point, is that politics is local. If you study Vihiga County and you look at the population there, the clan politics, then you understand why Khaniri is not going for Ruto, or is not going with Musalia Mudavadi. There's a huge percentage of the Luos there. I think there's also the Tiriki, who will always vote this with Raila. So if you add some of these factors, then it means it would make no sense for him to follow Musalia Mudavadi. In fact, that's how Karanga managed to win the governor in the first term in 2013. And that's how Otichilo managed to win. And Khaniri also hopes that he's going to follow the same path. And remember, politics is a game of perception. The mere fact that one of the longest serving members of parliament in ANC party is not following Musalia Mudavadi is going to have a great impact on him. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. Bye-bye.